Now we're into the crawl space. You've got a small access in a closet door down in the family room. Right inside that crawl space, we've got a couple of mouse traps, which tells me that they knew we had rodent activity. And I'm going to tell you that that's not uncommon. I did see some rodent feces down there. And so we want to keep up with our pest control efforts. That's actually the light to the crawl space right inside there, but it's not turning on the bulbs in the crawl space. As I crawled into the crawl space, so this is a foundation wall between the family room and the crawl space. We also have a crack in this part of the foundation. Now, it does line up with the foundation across the way on the other side of the wall that we saw on the exterior of the home. So again, that's another reason why I think I want you to have somebody take a look at the foundation. There's some indications of rodent feces. I like the off-limit sign down there. Obviously, the rats didn't give a ass for it. I did the quotes on the wrong word. So speaking of our little mice friend, you've got one crawl space ventilation that has your black iron from your gas coming into that crawl space, which they just busted through it and didn't do anything to screen it off or seal it. So I have no doubt that's how our little creepy crawlies are getting in there. So let's seal that off. Let's make sure we've got some good rodent traps down there. I can tell you that your vapor barrier is new or newer. I would peg it within the last 5 years to 10 years. So they probably went and I believe put new insulation up, new vapor barrier on the floor. It's very clean. There are some old personal belongings from the homeowner that are down there. There's a couple big old giant set of antlers. There's some old snowshoes. There's some other weirdness down there. So all the goodies, yeah. So the crawl space looks good. Your gas fireplace, the gas is turned off. The pilot is not on. It, to me, looks fine, but it's not working at this time. The guardrails or handrails on the interior of the home are technically a safety hazard, as beautiful in 1962 decorative as they are, because they've got holes in them or gaps in them larger than 4 inches, which means a small child could stand on the second step down and go all the way down to the bottom. So are you going to change that? No, unless you have little ones running around perhaps. But that will be a safety issue. You do have smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in the right places within the home. I do not test them because I want you to test them. I do want you to know where they're at, what they sound like, and when the last time the battery was replaced. In your attic, the attic access is through a hatch in the primary bedroom closet. I was able to get up in there. Unfortunately, and I've never seen a petrified skeleton, I think that little mouse got up on that top shelf somehow and thought there's no way I can jump and just went to sleep. So he's still there. I didn't move him.
He's on the top shelf in the bedroom?
Yes.
Brad, you gotta get that.
I know. Good insulation. No indications on the roof sheathing that we have any leaking.
What is that whole thing up there?
That there?
Yeah.
It's a roof vent.
Okay.
Here we've got one more crawl space vent, which is kind of towards the gap, or the joining of the back porch and the home. It looks like it's got some gaps underneath. I just want you to get up there and make sure that we don't need to seal that up and close them up anymore. At the rear of the home, we have a gable vent, which you'll be able to see a little bit better. Behind some new screening that they put on top of it is the old louvered grates with missing screening behind it, meaning it all degraded. They recognized that things might have been getting up into the attic, and so they put screening on the exterior of it. I'm fine with that. It's just not how it was originally built. And then you've got one bird block, which blocks things from getting into the attic space on the side of the home over here, which has got a little gap up top. I just want to make sure we don't have anything allowing things to get up into our attic